And once the occurrence happens, I will buy YouTube for whatever it's worth, which is probably going to be negative in pennies. So actually, YouTube will be paying me to buy the website itself. I'll be calling it MyTube. Google as well. I'll change the name Google, that's for sure. That's a terrible name. Although I know what it means, Google Plexillion, which is like the highest number ever calibrated, but honestly, Google, in its little history, I'll change it. I'm not sure what I'm going to change it to, but I'll change it to something. Maybe like Solaris, or I don't know, I'll change it to something interesting. I just want to change the name, mostly, and definitely give it a background. Google's so plain and cheap on their website design. It's amazing. It's the world's largest search engine. It's almost like Craigslist, except Google has a picture every now and then. Anyway, I was thinking I'll buy MySpace. I'm not sure, but I was thinking about this. If I did buy MySpace, I would call it "It's my MySpace now." I might do it. I don't know. I'll have to talk to Tom. Me and Tom will talk for a little while. As far as thinking this is all just speculation and fantasy, it was on the news. Microchips in brains. It was on the news with one of my sources. Object near sun, nearly as bright as the sun itself, on the news. Earthquakes were common. From what I hear, it's settled down. Can't get past that, really. Really can't think of any other third party perspectives to really apply, but also I don't really encourage skepticism, which is to say that if I'm going to consider skepticism, I'm almost saying you should have a reason to be skeptical. But I think it's pretty safe to say that this is literally the last bits and pieces we're looking at. The president, Bush Jr., well, was president, is bedridden. They're saying possibly poison, possibly a virus. As said in my video before, not sure exactly which one. The first stages of irony when it hits the government. The first one to go, and I think I even isolated to Bush Jr. because he was definitely the first of the presidents as far as the now. I really stood out, and he definitely stands as a really insane person once you realize the truths of him. Don't know exactly the whole truth exposure as far as the government, because, well, I think y'all can handle the truth, but as far as in a few good men, you can't handle the truth. Does have a pretty fair statement, though you should know the truth. But once, let's just say you decide you want to know everything about what the government's done or what they were going to do, it might do more harm than good. I think it would be best just to say that, look, the government was going to do things that were very horrible. We're going to show you very faint glimpses, which, I mean, one example is FEMA and the millions, tens of millions of coffins they had, because the whole NWO idea was to kill off 95% of the world's population. Let's just say that's true. Do you really need to know any more? Meaning, you've already experienced so much. Live. Let that be your focus. Live. Look forward to life. Because you know the government's done a lot of terrible things. You don't need to know the depths of how terrible that is. And if you decide that you want to challenge that idea, it it wasn't just a warning, but it was it's to help you. Because honestly, when you the things that the government wants to do and wanted to do, it's not beneficial to find out. But you make your own choices. But I think once you realize for yourself how unnatural things were around you, you can put it together on what those what ifs might be about the government. But you can obviously see that once you this is to say once you've realized who you are, etc., 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 that based on everything that is so unnatural that we were interacting with, and the government to be deliberate about this, you can definitely guess in self-explanatory terminologies that they were wanting to do something very terrible. This is definitely T.C.O.D's last video, but it's also T.p.W. Thanks for then. But just wanted you to know why my channel is called the Center of Disease, because it really does throws me off a bit. I was really considering making another channel, T.p.W, upload everything from serene perfection to now, but I guess just making a video saying, why is my channel called the Center of Disease? To whom cares and to whom wants to know. Thank you. And I look forward to the coming days. Maybe not even days, but as long as I'm breathing and as long as I am living, I'll find something to do that will be evolving. I don't think I'm meant to actually die. I just think I got really, really, really close. But honestly, death doesn't even think I can die. I just don't think it's possible. There are physical attributes and diseases I have that just don't make any comprehensible sense for that person to still be alive. Every day I go through pain. I don't go to the hospital, I don't have but ibuprofen to take. I manage, I continue to make videos, I continue to keep my work flowing. I'm consistent. I am the Phoenix within.